with goat, but as a chef, a restaurateur, and certainly a customer, if I see it on the menu, it's something I'll go for. This recipe is based on a very famous recipe by the doyen of Italian cuisine, Marcello Hazan. Goat is extremely versatile and is much like young lamb, to be honest. Here I'm using a boneless shoulder, and you would cook it much like you would cook lamb. In a large heavy base casserole dish, you just heat the butter until foaming and add the goat shoulder and cook, turning until lightly browned all over. Add the shallots when it's brown and just soften those. Fairly interesting recipe in that we cook it in goat's milk. There's an enzymic reaction with the goat's milk that actually tenderizes the shoulder. Adding anchovies for flavour, which is particularly an Italian thing to do instead of salt. Garlic, lemon zest, sage. Also adding the salt, spices, bay leaves. These are fresh bay leaves I've dried myself. And just adding mace, which is the outside skin of the nutmeg, which we're also going to add. Again, put it in a preheated oven at 150 degrees for 3 hours or so until the meat is very tender and coming away from the bone. To accompany the dish of roast parsnips with vanilla. And again, people might associate vanilla with sweetness, but in fact they're very savoury, and it's only the sugar that makes them sweet. It's just such a strong association. They have an inherent sweetness. I think it goes very, very well, and certainly perfect accompaniment to the goat dish. Using good salted butter to brown the parsnips in. Preheat your pan is best, just to get that butter foaming, and then add the parsnips to get a bit of colour on them before you add them to the oven. Add the vanilla and then season to taste with salt and pepper. I use white pepper rather than black, just for aesthetics, but also for flavour, especially with root vegetables. The milk and the cream will reduce to form a sort of light ricotta-like curd and whey. The meat at this stage is extremely delicate and has a very refined flavour. Just garnish the plate with our roasted parsnips and that beautiful nutty sweetness they have, and the aroma of vanilla plus the bay, the mace, the nutmeg, the bay leaves, the sage. All of those things go together to make a complete dish.